Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of Hell, or specifically Manga Hell, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Fire Force, chapter 284, The Strongest versus the Craziest. Ironically enough, I am both. So, anyways, with that said, let's get into this reaction. So the first thing we get is that drawing, and it is Beimaru showing off as the strongest, with Kono being on the opposite side of him being the craziest. And then we get a bit of narration being like, a meeting of two people who reach different peaks. Impossible. I'm guessing that these two are a little more similar than people give them credit for. Especially if their faces were not any consideration. So you get the first actual page with narration: a meeting between Korono and Beimaru's doppelganger. A fight between the strongest and the craziest begins! Alright, let's see how this is gonna go. Let's say we don't have a similar thing we had with Arthur and Dragon, where we had like 2 chapters where it was just nothing but them battling. Or maybe like some small little dialogue being like, "Ah!" If you know what I mean. So, yeah. Let's get into this. So we have Kono beginning the dialogue being like, great, if it isn't the destroyer Vasekusa's doppelganger. As we see Kono's eyes, and yeah, it seems like the last shadow was just supposed to be more dramatization, because in this one, Beimaru's doppelganger's eyes seem to be normal. And then we have Kono continuing, here I was planning to skip out on work, why'd you have to come here? Seriously, Kono, that's not good work of our personality. And now we have the doppelganger, Benimaru's doppelganger speaking, be like, you're strong, aren't you? Let's have a fight. And Kono's about to, please give me a break. I only like fighting people who are weak, way weaker than me. And the doppelganger responds with, I can't say I care about your preferences. Is this a date? This better not turn into a date. Okubo, better not. There we have Doppelganger Benimaru getting ready to charge at him, as Kono gets a little back with Sirius, and no, actually he ran away. Like he straight up just like started jumping all over the place to escape the battle. It seems like he used the smoke for flight, and while he's in the midair, Benimaru's Doppelganger shows up with both his eyes being a circle and an axe. I'm guessing it's just gonna be a running theme with his Doppelganger. Or that is how we're gonna tell which one's the doppelganger and which one's the real one. Similar to how Joker's doppelganger had the hat on while Joker did not have a hat. Or also having a completely different outfit. Or Kono, where the doppelganger was always smiling, always sadistic. So, yeah, I guess the eyes are the things we're gonna have to look at to know which one's which. And then we have the doppelganger Beimaru being like, Aya, Chop, Form 1, Kaketsu, Fire Form! As Conroe seems to be able to block it with his smoke batons that sends him back. And it does seem to have damaged him much, but it does seem like it damaged those batons a lot. And then we have Doppelganger Beimaru coming in using Form 7, Tsukijitsu Sunset! As Beimaru, well, no, Kono transforms his batons into knives by the looks of it. And, well, one of his into a sword, while the Beimaru's Doppelganger's chop gets blocked with 2. And then Kono uses Hidden Eclipse with just a black smoke. Well, a cloud of black smoke where you see Kono's eyes, and then the Doppelganger Beimaru starts to speak, saying some stuff like, this stuff is pointless. And then he uses some weird technique to clear it away, or is there make this like bubble to add him reveal him. And then we get a note here. No one. Shaku is approximately 30.3 centimeters, and one side is approximately 3.03 centimeters. Alright. So then we have the doppelganger Benimaru begin to speak, being like, I can control all ignition abilities within a diameter of 23 shaku and 2 sun. And Yurikono's response being like, that probably complicates violence. Compliance violence. Yes, it probably is. There we have the doppelganger of Benimaru again charging at Conroe, which he this time seems to be able to destroy Conroe's weapons. As Conroe starts to speak, you can cancel my shot weapons too. So I guess if anyone was wondering, Benimaru can cancel all the things that are not fire specific abilities like Conroe or Carrying Flank or the Arkham Shield. Yes, he can. And Benimaru responds with everything around me as he gets at the rocket on Conroe, which we see a panel of it that of his chop being right at him, and then being sent to the ground and crashing. Ooh, things are not looking good for Conroe. No, actually, my mistake. Conroe's actually fine. He was, well, mostly fine. I'm sure that he got damaged from just that chop alone. As since he mostly seems to have been able to save himself by covering the ground with his smoke to prevent serious damage. He's like, cuff, cuff. I can use my ignition abilities, but he can use his freely. And on top of that, he's in the embodiment of what the people of Asakusa believe to be the strongest there is. Continue this job will just put a stain on my career. I can't do it, which is pretty much correct. I mean, it's like Benimaru is insanely broken with his abilities. If he can like literally even affect people's weapons. Like unless if there's a character who can fight using the same type of tricks as he can, there is nothing that you can actually do. Which is, I guess, the reason why Benimaru's original is going to appear in this battle. And then we have Doppelganger's Benimaru continuing like, is that the best you can do, Mr. Hajima's craziest? As Kono's like, huff, huff. I can't believe I was compared to a monster like that. And they were going to be like, I gave up. I have no chance of winning this. If we keep this up, if you're content, please leave. I guess Kano, I'm not sure if Kano is serious about this or if he's just like jokingly saying stuff like this, but I guess that it puts to rest the whole Kano versus Benimaru thing. Although again, it's not kind of start out, it's just like he's a bit shoddy and a little bit of blood coming from his mouth. And then we get the doppelganger Benimaru, and this time Benimaru's doppelganger seems to have just more crazy axe on his eye. And we have him continuing, doesn't work like that. I am the king of destruction. I can't just stop until I destroy everything. And then Conan's like, think of it. And we get some of his inner mob be like, guess I have to make a smoke screen and run away. And then as smoke starts to cover Conroe, Benimaru appears behind him, cleaning the smoke, be like, I am not letting you escape. As he uses an iron chop to slice Conroe, and then just continues pricking at Conroe, sending him back, and then gets his arm ready to, I guess, hit Conroe again, or his chop, which hit and sends Conroe into something nearby. And I think it's that those things that store water in. And Connor's then like, this is not fair in the slightest. And then Doppelganger's Benimaru begins to use one of his Iron Chop forms like Aeon Chomp, Form 4, Shikijitsu, Burning Sun. As he makes like a mini form of sun. As what seems to be a Benimaru behind the Doppelganger. And then we have, I guess, Doppelganger Benimaru be like, die along with this whole city. And then it seems like Colin notices him. And Colin's like, hey, guy in the back, you're the real Benimaru, aren't you? Stop spectating and switch with me. As the real Benimaru takes another and he's like, Oh, I thought I'd be rude of me to get into other people's fights, but as the real Benimaru starts to take his Shikatsu down, he's like, "May I?" And then comes like, "This is way above my pay grade. Being compared to you is nothing but a nuisance. Asking me to do this is a power harassment." Again with the corporate talk. And then we have Doppelganger Mom be like, "Hey, real deal." And then we have the real Mom be like, "Hey, yourself." And then Connor's like, "That guy is supposed to be the image of what the people of Asakusa believe to be the strongest and the Empire's ideal of the King of Destruction. Only you, his real counterpart, can defeat him. Now I don't even know if you have a chance. Can you win?" And the real Benimar responds, "If it were anyone other than me, I'd say I could, but I'm gonna have to try before I can say anything." Which is true. So I guess this kind of confirms my theory on the doppelgangers be as powerful as people imagine them to be, because again, Kono obliterated his doppelganger. Joker was obliterated by his doppelganger, even though Assault was relatively even with his doppelganger. Good. And the thing they have a common is that some of them, like Kono's, people find just crazy and they didn't see the power. Joker's was a little more powerful than him because that's the perspective the people had with him. I mean, he generally does act like he would be the strongest. And yeah, that's the reason. Why? So I guess this kind of confirms, because Paimon is viewed as this unstoppable powerhouse, this god of destruction by so many people, he would be automatically like one of the strongest people around. And with that, then we have the real doppelganger by Mars playing with, "Then let's fight, real deal." As the real by Mars like, "Seems like it's all the rage these days to have a fight to decide one who's real, isn't it? The man in charge of Asakusa has to be the strongest there is. Whoever wins is the real one." I guess I'm gonna be like the meta here with everyone wants to know, oh, who's the stronger? Who's the stronger? Who are we about? Real doppelganger or real Benma or doppelganger anymore? And then we have the next chapter time for the next chapter being like, fight to determine the strongest. Is this really gonna be the end of the battle next chapter? I wonder. So yeah, this chapter, there was nothing to it. I guess it was just supposed to like confirm that Connor is not on the same level as Benimaru. Will he participate in battle? Possibly. I mean, I do feel like I don't see a reason why Burns, Connor, and the Joker would not come and join this battle. Like, Connor may think he's weaker, but he was able to handle himself relatively better than most people. Honestly, I would say the only people who could handle themselves as well as he did right here would be Arthur, Shinra, Dragon. Again, like I don't see that many people, and Burns and the Joker. Like I don't see that many people who would be able to handle themselves some well against Benny Maul's doppelganger. So I do see like this being a team battle. And I'm guessing this is gonna be like the next chapter may just determine that, like, oh, I will need help to take you down, which is a good thing that I have them. I mean, again, I'm just speaking possibly. I mean, I don't see, like, I haven't seen the spoilers for the next chapter. But yeah, I could see something like this happening. So yeah. Anyways, these are my thoughts on the chapter. You tell me in the comments below, what do you think of this chapter? Do you think this will be a 1v1 battle? Do you think this battle will end in the next chapter? Or do you think this is gonna be like a team v1 battle? So yeah. With that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.